The year is 1964, a time when the world was on the brink of monumental change, yet no one could have predicted the eerie desolation that would be depicted in this film. Black and white film stock paints a bleak picture of a world ravaged by plague. The stark contrast of light and shadow mirrors the stark reality of a society that has crumbled to dust. This is The Last Man on Earth, a post-apocalyptic film based on my novel I Am Legend. It captures the essence of a world where hope is a distant memory and survival is the only goal. The movie thrusts us into a desolate landscape where humanity has crumbled. The once bustling cities now stand silent, their grandeur reduced to mere shadows of their former selves. Cities stand empty, haunted by the remnants of a lost civilization. The silence is deafening, broken only by the occasional rustle of debris in the wind. Our guide through this wasteland is Dr. Robert Morgan, a man who has seen the world fall apart and now walks through its ruins, searching for meaning in the chaos. He is a solitary figure, seemingly the last bastion of humanity in a world overrun by monstrous creatures. His loneliness is palpable, his struggle a testament to human resilience. These are not your typical lumbering zombies. They are more sinister, more intelligent, and far more dangerous. These creatures are infected, twisted parodies of human beings, driven by a primal need for blood. Their presence adds a layer of horror that is both psychological and physical. The Last Man on Earth might appear at first glance like a typical B-movie of its time. Its low-budget effects and pulpy premise might lead one to underestimate its impact. It has low-budget effects and a pulpy premise, yet it transcends these limitations to deliver a narrative that is both compelling and thought-provoking. But beneath the surface lies a film of surprising depth. It delves into the human condition, exploring themes that resonate even today. It grapples with themes of isolation, despair, and the very essence of what it means to be human. The film forces us to confront our own fears and vulnerabilities. The film's stark black and white cinematography enhances the feeling of desolation. Each frame is a haunting reminder of what has been lost. We feel the emptiness of the world around Dr. Morgan. His isolation is a mirror to our own fears of being truly alone. This effectively sets the stage for a story that is both thrilling and deeply unsettling. It is a journey into the heart of darkness, where the true monsters may not be the creatures lurking in the shadows, but the demons within ourselves. Vincent Price, with his gaunt features and mesmerizing voice, was born to play the role of Dr. Robert Morgan. His portrayal is both haunting and deeply moving, capturing the essence of a man who has lost everything but refuses to give up. He embodies the character's profound loneliness and unwavering resolve. Every glance, every gesture speaks volumes about the inner turmoil and strength of Dr. Morgan. Morgan is a man haunted by the past, by the memories of the life he has lost. The weight of his sorrow is palpable, as he clings to the remnants of a world that once was. Each day is a struggle for survival. Morgan scavenges for supplies, navigating through the ruins of civilization with a sense of purpose and desperation. He fortifies his home against the creatures that stalk the night. The barricades are both a physical and psychological barrier, a line of defense against the encroaching darkness. He desperately searches for a scientific explanation for the plague, clinging to the hope of a cure. His makeshift laboratory is a testament to his relentless pursuit of answers. Price masterfully portrays Morgan's descent into despair. The anguish in his eyes, the weariness in his movements, all convey a man on the brink of collapse. He shows us a man teetering on the edge of sanity, driven to the brink by isolation and the constant threat of the infected. The psychological toll is immense, yet Morgan's spirit remains unbroken. Yet within Morgan, a flicker of hope remains. This small, persistent light is a beacon in the overwhelming darkness, a reminder of what he is fighting for. It is this hope, however faint, that keeps him going, that prevents him from surrendering completely to the darkness. It is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, even in the face of unimaginable despair. The Last Man on Earth is a film that understands the true horror of loneliness. It is a constant companion for Dr. Morgan. He is surrounded by the ghosts of his past, by the echoes of a world that no longer exists. The silence is deafening. The absence of human connection weighs on him like a physical burden. He talks to himself, to mannequins, desperately trying to fill the void with some semblance of human interaction. The film forces us to confront our own fears of isolation. It asks us to imagine what it would be like to be completely alone, facing an uncertain future with no one to turn to for comfort or support. It is in these moments of quiet contemplation that The Last Man on Earth reveals its true power as a work of existential horror. The creatures that plague Dr. Morgan's existence are not mindless zombies in the traditional sense. They are something far more unsettling. These are vampire zombies, driven by an insatiable thirst for blood. They are creatures trapped between life and death, symbolic of the shattered remnants of human society. They are drawn to Morgan's humanity, repelled by the garlic he uses for protection. Their leader, a former friend of Morgan's, taunts him, highlighting his isolation and the futility of his struggle. The vampire zombies represent the breakdown of order, the disintegration of everything Morgan once knew. They are a constant reminder of the fragility of civilization and the darkness that lies at the heart of humanity. Their presence transforms the familiar into the terrifying, turning the everyday world into a nightmare landscape. The Last Man on Earth is not a film of jump scares and gore. It is a slow burn, a gradual descent into the abyss of loneliness and despair. The film's pacing is deliberate, mirroring the monotony of Morgan's daily routine. We experience the world through his eyes, feeling the weight of his isolation with each passing moment. The film's black and white cinematography, combined with its haunting score, creates an atmosphere of palpable dread. The emptiness of the streets, the silence that hangs heavy in the air, all contribute to a sense of unease that permeates every scene. We are drawn into Morgan's world, a world stripped bare of hope, where every day is a struggle for survival. Section 6, Between Hope and Despair, the blurred line of heroism in a ruined world. Dr. Morgan is a complex and contradictory character. He is both a hero and a monster. He clings to his humanity, desperately seeking a cure for the plague while simultaneously consumed by a rage that leads him to mercilessly kill the infected. His actions are driven by a primal need to survive, but they are also fueled by a growing sense of bitterness and despair. The film does not offer easy answers or simplistic moral judgments. It asks us to consider the choices we would make in a world stripped bare of its social contract. It forces us to confront the darkness that exists within us all, and to question what it truly means to be human. Section 7, The Twist of the Stake and Ending that Challenges Our Perceptions. The climax of The Last Man on Earth delivers a gut punch of an ending, one that leaves viewers questioning everything they thought they knew. Just when all hope seems lost, Morgan discovers another survivor, a woman seemingly immune to the plague. This encounter is a pivotal moment, filled with cautious optimism. This sparks a glimmer of hope, the possibility of rebuilding a new society. The two begin to dream of a future where humanity can rise from the ashes. However, this hope is quickly shattered. The narrative takes a dark turn, plunging the characters and the audience back into despair. The woman is revealed to be part of a new society of infected, those who have adapted to the plague and now see Morgan as a monster. This twist redefines the entire story. He becomes the monster in their eyes, a creature who hunts them down and denies their new reality. The hunter has become the hunted. The film concludes with Morgan, impaled on a spear, uttering the words, "I am legend." This moment is both tragic and profound. The line is both a realization and a condemnation. It encapsulates the irony of his existence and the New World Order. He is a relic of the past, a symbol of a world that no longer exists. His story forces us to reconsider who the true monsters are in this new reality. Section 8, A Legacy of Existential Horror, The Last Man on Earth and Its Enduring Influence. The Last Man on Earth is more than just a post-apocalyptic thriller. It is a film that delves into the depths of the human psyche, exploring themes of isolation, despair, and the search for meaning in a world on the brink of collapse. Its influence can be seen in countless films and stories that have followed. From Night of the Living Dead to 28 Days Later, the themes and imagery of The Last Man on Earth have left an indelible mark on the horror genre. The film's low-budget aesthetic, far from detracting from its impact, enhances its raw and visceral power. It is a testament to the power of storytelling that a film with limited resources can still resonate so deeply with audiences decades later. Section 9. More than just a B-movie, a timeless exploration of humanity's fragility. The Last Man on Earth is a film that stays with you long after the credits have rolled. It is a haunting reminder of the fragility of human civilization and the darkness that lies at the heart of even the most noble pursuits. It is a film that deserves to be celebrated for its bold storytelling, its unforgettable performances, and its enduring legacy as a classic of existential horror cinema. It is a film that reminds us that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are not the ones that lurk in the shadows, but the ones that reside within us all.